Wednesday, the 18th of March. Morning arrives, and you, Aries, are already negotiating with gravity for an extra 10 minutes in bed. You will lose. Soon you are staring at your toast, wondering if you have the energy to put jam on it. Mars is still doing its retrograde jig, making your phone think it's a brick. Poor Gemma from accounts is still waiting for that spreadsheet. Your Doomscope object today is a fridge magnet from a holiday you can't remember, and it has more chill than you. This afternoon, prepare for a monumental battle of wills with the self-checkout machine at Tesco. You will lose that too. Emails will be accidentally forwarded. Gifs of confused badgers will be deployed. Tonight, the universe gently suggests a calming bath, which you'll promptly ruin by adding too much bath bomb and turning the water luminous green. You will start questioning your life choices. Advice: resist the urge to give yourself a fringe. Wednesday, March the 18th, and you'll find yourself staring into the fridge again, Taurus, convinced that cheese is playing hide and seek. Mercury's pretending to go backwards, which means you'll start 3 ambitious hobbies: learning the ukulele, building a birdhouse, writing a novel about sentient potatoes. Each abandoned after precisely 9 minutes. Afternoon sees Deborah from accounts needing your input, but Venus is doing her impression of a sulking teenager. You reply with emojis. Just peach emojis. Deborah responds with a confused emoji, and you briefly consider faking your own death. This evening, the moon's whispering sweet nothings about ordering enough takeaway to feed a rugby team. When the delivery driver arrives, you tip them generously, hoping they won't judge the magnitude of your Netflix-fueled surrender. Advice: embrace the chaos, just maybe put your phone in airplane mode before Deborah messages again. Wednesday, the 18th of March finds you, Gemini, resembling a startled meerkat after accidentally subscribing to a clown college newsletter. You will wake up convinced that dream about singing karaoke dressed as a banana was actually real. It wasn't, probably. Mars is clearly having a laugh with your inbox, which is bursting with chain emails Derek from accounts insists are urgent. Venus is giving you the side eye after you suggested Lorraine's date resembled a confused badger. Your Doomscope object today is a razor that's definitely too old, sharper than your memory after 3 sips of Prosecco. This afternoon, stellar activity dictates wearing clothes you can't be judged in. One innocent digestive biscuit quickly descends into a full-on biscuit tin massacre accompanied by reruns of that reality show you secretly love. If you refresh Rightmove one more time, you won't find your dream house, you'll just summon an estate agent. Advice: embrace the chaos, but maybe hide the remote. As Wednesday the 18th of March dawns, Cancer, you're channeling the enthusiasm of a soggy teabag. Venus is whispering sweet nothings like, "Did you really wear that top again?" This morning, Brenda's humming sounds suspiciously like the theme tune to your impending midlife crisis. Mars is retrograde, turning your inbox into a swamp of passive-aggressive chain emails. By lunchtime, you'll have composed strongly worded replies to your own toaster. Someone mentions the early noughties, and you'll involuntarily shudder remembering that unfortunate fringe. Tonight, the sofa calls like a lovesick teenager. You'll order a takeaway feast for one that could feed a small village, start watching a documentary about competitive vegetable carving, seriously, it's a thing, and then, at precisely 8:17 p.m., remember that time you tripped over your own feet in front of your crush back in the day and emit a dramatic sigh audible 3 streets away. Your algorithm now thinks you're a professional vegetable carver. Again. Advice: burn all photographic evidence. MI5 are intrigued. Wednesday, the 18th of March, Leo. You'll start the day inexplicably wearing sunglasses indoors, possibly to hide the evidence of last night's TV marathon. Before 9, you'll spend a solid 10 minutes in front of the mirror practicing your Oscar acceptance speech, only to immediately trip over the cat and spill tea down your favorite jumper. Delightful. Your Doomscope vegetable today is a fennel bulb nobody knows how to use. Mars retrograde is personally victimizing your inbox with back-to-back meeting invites, each requiring your unique perspective, which is probably just you going off on one. Don't expect much help today. Everyone's a bit meh, especially Brenda from HR since Kevin ate her yogurt again. This evening, abandon all attempts at responsibility. The stars give you permission to order a takeaway, demolish it while watching reality TV, and then immediately order another one for later. You'll call it self-care. We know better. Advice: don't bother ironing anything. Nobody's looking that closely. Wednesday, March the 18th. You're not just attached to your duvet, you're practically velcroed. Your brain's already run through 18 imaginary arguments before you've even had your first cuppa. It's not Mercury's fault you're overthinking, you just are, aren't you? By afternoon, Brenda from accounts will need you to explain pivot tables. Again. Try not to make involuntary loud noises. Mars retrograde is clearly using your inbox as its personal dartboard, but deep down your colleagues respect your spreadsheet wizardry. Probably. This evening, after narrowly avoiding color-coding your sock drawer, settle down for a relaxing night of comparing supermarket loyalty schemes. It started with best way to load the dishwasher and somehow you're now an expert on nectar points. Honestly, Virgo, this is your life now. Advice: let someone else load the dishwasher. For once. Wednesday the 18th of March begins with you painstakingly choosing a filter for a blurry photo of your coffee. Your doomscope animal today is a Pegasus who's grounded, because even winged horses get tired of circling the same problem for 3 hours. By lunchtime, you'll have started a WhatsApp group about a work potluck, nominated themes, then silently ordered a family pizza to yourself anyway. Mars retrograde is personally victimizing your inbox, each reply a meticulously crafted masterpiece saying absolutely nothing in the nicest possible way. Your CC list has more names than appear on the Strictly leaderboard. The afternoon involves precisely 47 minutes spent rearranging throw pillows, then collapsing onto the sofa like a contestant on Total Wipeout. Your dating app profile is perpetually stuck on updating because you can't decide between the sunset pic or the one where you're pretending you've baked a sourdough. You'll spend longer scrolling through Rightmove than you would planning a holiday. The evening, reaching for the biscuit tin, then instantly regretting your entire existence. The stars have noticed. They're sending sympathy carbs. Advice: embrace the chaos, Libra. Your star sign is a pair of scales, but life's more like a wonky seesaw. Today, Scorpio, your brain's buffering. That unpaid parking ticket from last July is casting a shadow darker than a solar eclipse. Blame Neptune. It's always Neptune. This Wednesday, Mars in retrograde is declaring war on your social media. Venus is urging you to check Darren's Instagram again, not for the 63rd time, but the 64th, bless him. He's just posting pictures of his nan's cat, you're convinced it holds the key to world peace. That slightly soggy sandwich? The cosmos is trying to gaslight you. It's probably still fine. The moon understands your decision to skip leg day. You were thinking about it, weren't you? You'd already picked out your gym outfit and mentally calculated the calories you'd burn, but honestly, who can be bothered? Saturn nods approvingly, granting permission to online shop for slippers at precisely 8:34 p.m. Stellar forces suggest only disappointment awaits, until you accidentally like your boss's holiday photos from 2011. Awkward. So you order a family-size bag of crisps. Fair play. Advice: stop analyzing every text message like it's the Da Vinci Code. Before 11s is Sagittarius, you'll be explaining cryptocurrency to someone who just wanted a flat white. On Wednesday, March 18th, you'll vehemently defend your questionable music taste. Yes, even that song. Your doomscope animal is a robin who peaked at Christmas, bursting with cheer while everyone else just wants to huddle inside. Expect an email from Brenda at precisely 2:47 p.m. demanding to know why you replied all to the office party invite with just the word maybe. Did you accidentally set your out of office to gone rogue, send wine? This evening, Netflix and chill will morph into panic and forgot to defrost the tea. You will, at precisely 11 p.m., find yourself watching competitive cheese rolling videos. Your Deliveroo order history tells a story of impulse decisions and late-night cravings only a therapist could unpack. Advice: don't offer unsolicited advice unless it involves cake. Capricorn, Wednesday the 18th of March is already tutting at you. That first coffee tastes suspiciously like instant, despite the cafetiere bravado. 3 back-to-back meetings are penciled, purely to avoid acknowledging the 273 unread emails. Mars is moonwalking all over your carefully crafted PowerPoint presentation. By lunchtime, you'll be alphabetizing the spice rack for fun. Colleague Dave will suggest a trust exercise involving a blindfold and stapler, and your inner monologue will scream. Venus is clearly unimpressed, probably because you still haven't paired those socks from last August. Remember that reminder from the bank at 4:17 a.m.? This evening's celestial forecast indicates you'll decide that hoovering skirting boards counts as self-care. Then, at 11:34 p.m., you'll suddenly realize you sent that internal memo to the CEO and fire off a panicked reply: "Apologies, sent from my iPhone." You'll also be planning a city break, only to discover your rail card expired in September 23. Advice: stop treating procrastination as a competitive sport. This Wednesday, Aquarius, your dedication to being contrary borders on competitive sport. This morning you'll trip over something invisible at precisely 8:17 a.m. The cosmic layout dictates it will, naturally, be someone else's fault. Obviously. You'll spend the commute tutting at a poster, convinced you could have designed it better. Your doomscope animal today is a mummy wrapped up in their own problems, and also surprisingly good at arguing with Sandra about the exact shade of beige in the office. This afternoon, Mars retrograde is personally victimizing your inbox. Accept that LinkedIn request. Yes, his profile pic is from 2022, but he could be your ticket to the lifestyle you've envisioned on your secret Pinterest board titled Escape to the Cotswolds. The astral plane empathizes with your yearning to vanish after work. Planetary decree grants permission to swerve that gym session. Frankly, you deserve to spend the evening arguing with a stranger about cinema on TikTok. Your social battery is flatter than a pancake someone sat on. Advice: post something profound on social media. The planets didn't grant you intelligence to let it gather dust. Or at least use it to subtweet your boss. Wednesday, March 18th finds you contemplating whether that stain on the ceiling really looks like Gary Barlow. It doesn't. Mornings for avoiding responsibilities, obviously. Later, that passive-aggressive email you sent to Brenda in accounts about the missing biscuits. Yeah, her reply is going to sting more than a paper cut dipped in vinegar. HR are starting to suspect someone in the office is having a full-blown midlife crisis involving stationery. Your colleagues are now referring to you as the Post-it Pimpernel. This evening, the siren call of Netflix will prove too strong. You'll be 3 episodes deep into that Scandinavian noir before you can say meatballs. Expect a sudden, urgent craving for cheesy garlic bread. Pisces, your online shopping history is basically a public service announcement for therapists. Today is perfect for ignoring problems. Embrace the chaos. Advice: stop ordering so much beige food.